USC goes and loses a game, and then Caleb Williams says nothing about quitting or mailing it in the rest of the season. And then we got folks, full-grown adults who have actually played this game before, who now make a living talking about it, suggesting things like, he should quit. He shouldn't play anymore. Love that competitive spirit, by the way. Caleb Williams, since then, has come out via the LA Times and said, no, I'm going to keep playing, man. We got to keep fighting. That's what you do. I'm a competitor. So Caleb Williams having the audacity to continue to play an organized sport that he committed himself to. What did you think about this whole ordeal? Because I had a lot of thoughts the other night.
I think we were all reaching our boiling point when Acho tweeted out the other night, and I know Emmanuel, so I don't really care, and he knows I would disagree with this, and that's fine, so I don't really care. And he can think what he thinks, and I'm going to think what I think, and you're going to think what you think, and we're pretty much aligned on this. But there's so much of it that gets lost in the mix of suggesting what one individual should do. First off, not even knowing what that individual wants to do. At the very base of this, on the bottom floor, like we haven't even started to, put the cinder blocks down, like just the dirt that we have smoothed over. Playing college football in general is really, earmuffs, fun. All right. Now, imagine playing college football. I can guarantee you it's a lot of fun. It's really fun. Imagine being the best at what you do and then playing college football and being at the epicenter of media and entertainment on planet Earth. How much fun that would be. So to think that a 21, 22, 23-year-old kid would just say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to pass on that fun. I don't even think I want to be a part of that anymore. Why would I do that? And to say that not winning a Heisman Trophy or a national championship is a part of not dressing out and playing anymore, how many football players would have actually ever put a uniform on this season? 20%? Max, maybe more like 16, 14% ever even dresses out for a game. And then fast forward to where we are right now. You and I just went through a couple title contenders, some ranked a little lower than maybe other people would give them a chance for. How many kids are dressing out this week? 3 teams, 5 teams, 8 teams? We can't just have winning a Heisman or winning a national championship be the only thing that we play for. The other part that really bothered me is when we begin to have these discussions about value and earning potential and what's in front of you, because I played offensive line in college, and if I would have had a quarterback that had a chance to go on and earn money in the NFL, I would have felt like that myself and Mike Pasillo and Hart McGarry and Kendall Simmons, we have a little hand in that value. And what if we were the ones that were going to be just scratching and clawing to go try to make a practice squad? Does our film look better with Caleb Williams? Or does our film look better with second, third, fourth string quarterback, whoever the hell else is going to be thrown in there? Probably looks a lot better with a guy that we know can direct the offense at an elite level. So why should he not help us increase our value? If that's the direction we're going, which I never cared about it that much because I didn't think I had a whole lot of value as a college football player. But I would have loved to have helped my guys had the most value possible. But I would also like to think that they would like to help us out down the road when we had helped them create whatever value that is. So it's the ultimate team sport, and the individual side of this that we've decided to lean on and talk about and be the only thing that we care about, it's disgusting, to be quite honest with you, because it's not why any of us ever go into it. And then we could even keep going further down the road of, man, I've seen him on Heisman House commercials. I've seen him in the Dr. Pepper commercials. I've seen him doing other things. You got those deals because you play college football, right?
Yeah.
So you're just going to say, don't care about that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't owe you anything. I'm just going to go do me, and we're going to move on. So I'm proud of him for taking the stance that he did and saying the things that he did. But the suggestions are not going to stop, Josh. It's not just going to be him. We're going to have more guys that are playing at an elite level that have a chance to go make a lot of money. The bowl games are one thing, but we knew this day was coming. And we are nearing a point when player on relevant team that cannot win a conference or national title, I mean, I'll be honest with you, we've already had it. We just haven't heard it this way.
Correct.
We've already had it happen. And there are some that are still discussing it right now. But there's going to be a kid that comes out and just says, I'm about to make too much money, man. I'm not wasting my time with these guys anymore. Sorry. And they're going to go they're going to go to Exos or whatever it is and start getting ready for the draft.
Yeah, here's the other fun part. Not fun, but fun in a not fun way. And follow me here. So if you want to talk value, I will throw up in my mouth, but you want to start talking value, and you want to start saying, well, now that he can't win a Heisman, or now that he can't win a national title, it doesn't make financial sense. Business decision. And my question would be, if you're telling me Caleb Williams is in line to make 9-figure money in the NFL, which he is over the span of his career, so let's just put the number at $250 million he could end up making. Well, why did he play, period? Why play your junior year, period? I had folks telling me, we all heard the mock draft community telling us he would have gone number 1 overall in the draft last year if he came out. So we'd already crystallized his value, so to speak. A Heisman Trophy is not worth $250 million. So why chase it to begin with? A national title is not worth $500 million. Well, why chase it to begin with? So I'd love to know where that imaginary line in the sand is. Like, well, it doesn't make sense financially after you decide you can't win a Heisman or a national title. Neither of those things is worth the kind of money you're talking about to begin with. The way I view it is everything about this is born out of competition. Like everything about how much money you can make, everything about the fun you have, the brand you have, all that is a branch or branches off the tree of competition. Without competition, you have none of it. That's what it all grows from. And so if you start talking about keeping the branches but sacrificing the tree, Meemaw was an excellent gardener. Okay, by the time I was 4 years old, I knew you couldn't have one without the other. And so you may say, well, Josh, that sounds good, but of course Caleb Williams could forego his senior season or junior season and make it in the NFL. It's not really what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you reveal something about yourself, which he hasn't. Like, to be clear, he's choosing to play. But in the future, we will have high-profile players that end up opting out. And I'll tell you what contributes to it. Same thing that contributed to bowl opt-outs. When we instituted a college football playoff, that wasn't when the opt-out started happening. The opt-out started happening after the adults in the room with microphones in front of them, talking for a living, started saying things like meaningless bowl games. And they started labeling any bowl game that wasn't part of the college football playoff as meaningless. And all of a sudden, the Leonard Fournettes of the world hear that for 2 or 3 years and say, if it's meaningless and I'm in line to make millions, why would I play? That's why I never got mad at the kids for opting out. I got mad at the adults for setting the precedent to call the bowl game meaningless. Like, it's not like God invented college football or bowl games. Man invented them. Therefore, man has to apply the value on them, and we all have to agree to it. If some of us start saying, actually, this thing we've played for a long time, no more value, why would you get mad at the players for accepting what the adults in the room are saying? So that's why I get worked up when people who are paid to cover this sport start advising people not to play the sport they're paid to cover. I hope I haven't been unclear there. Let's move it on.
Almost like professionals who have moved on from being college basketball players that made their name and made their money by being great in the NCAA tournament, asking current players to sit out said NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, that sort of thing.